The tunes aren't good. All right. Company 10. Let's go. Y'all know what it is. We're finna go down. Let's get it going. You know me, it's me, your boy, Trey the Commish. You got Bishop, aka the GOAT. You got the People's Coach, ZC. We in the building. Gentlemen, what's good today? What's going on?
What's going on, WGO? What's going on? It's your boy. Y'all already know who it is. The GOAT. As y'all know, you know what I do, man. Y'all know what I do. I told Trey earlier, CC, y'all don't have to start paying me, man, because my predictions are
we got the same predictions.
Like my predictions are coming up too true, bro. Like everything I'm saying is coming to fruition. Like, come on, man.
Like everybody. Come on, everybody knew Jerry Jones was going to talk to Deion, but it's just a conversation as far as Deion is concerned, right?
Yeah, it's just a conversation.
I was one of the first ones to say it, though. And y'all was like, nah. But
because Deion tried to downplay it, right? I mean, Deion tried to downplay it, right? So you got to go with what come out the horse's mouth. Like, I ain't entertaining it, right? Didn't he say that earlier, that he wasn't, interested? Colorado is where he going to be, so... you thinking he gonna duck the call, but then he like, I gotta take the call if it's Jerry. So we that bad. We that bad. My Dallas Cowboys, we that bad. Nobody want to coach us. Nobody.
So
worth.
Robert Saleh has interviewed for the job.
What job?
Kelly for the Cowboys.
Man, we don't want Robert Saleh. Come on, man. I don't even know. See, joke right there. See.
Why y'all don't want Robert, man? Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, Kellen Moore. Hey, if you can't
Kellen Moore interview Robert Saleh, Leslie Frazier.
Kellen Moore should have the job.
What? Really?
Man, Dak his dude. He started with Dak. Dak his dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he was there under, the whole. I don't even know how much he had to do with Romo. I'm just saying, Dak is his dude. Like, who else gonna get in Dak head to get him over the hump?
So one of the things when you look at it, right? When you take a look at it, and the perception is, y'all had Wade Phillips. But you had Jarrett in the weight, right? Garrett in the weights. Yeah. And then because Garrett was a quarterback on y'all squad when he left, and then ended up a couple of years later. He ended up, and his brother was a punter. And then next he ended up as the head coach. Do you want to do that to Kellen Moore, where he went from being a quarterback to an offensive coordinator under certain people? Now you want to make him a head coach? Is Kellen Moore the best y'all can do right now?
I mean, I think he's the best one for our job. And he knows the landscape. It's nothing for him to fit in. It'll be his chance to prove a move. Man, right now, who you got? You talking Robert Saleh, Leslie Frazier. Ain't nobody picking these dudes up. We don't want them. Like, we don't want them. Like, Deion, if we can't land Deion, we should land.
Why would you okay.
Deion, man, prime time.
Who is Deion as a? Y'all tell me. What is Deion's ID as a coach?
This is what it is.
He has championships. He has championships as a coach, and he has a championship as a player.
Right. Not only that,
he has as a
time.
He has two championships. He has two championships at HBCU. That's what he has championships and he has high school championships. Yep, high school championships.
Well, I know he has high school championship. Did he win at HBCU?
Yeah, he won at HBCU.
Jackson State.
Twice.
He won at Jackson State.
Yeah, twice.
He won. What? He won the conference?
He won the championship.
He won a championship at Jackson State, the HBCU. I forgot what it's called, but he won the championship. He won the championship. That game was on TV, bro. That game.
He sure was. Yes, exactly. That point, you better. What you won't do is downplay Deion. That's what you won't
Jackson State. He won it. That's how he got the job in Colorado,
That,
right?
exactly.
But are you his PA? His public affairs director?
No.
You like what you won't do is
Right. Well, you will not downplay my idol when I was coming up. You damn right you won't. That's right. You will
Deion
not do
represents
that.
a lot to that. But he would represent a lot to that area in the Dallas Cowboy team, man. Former, you know what I'm saying? Like not just a former player like Jason Garrett, but a former champion, a big part of the championships and stuff coming back to coach the squad, man. That would be like,
so
man,
okay.
you want Michael Irvin on the sideline more too much.
So only thing he won at Jackson State was the conference championship and the division championship. He didn't win the HBCU national championship. JC Taylor just recently won that this year. That's why I was wondering. They got drugged in both years, and they went to the because that's when the first one was when they played against I can't think of the one coach, but they got ran them up over. They got blew out in that championship game, and then the next year they got blown out in the next game, and then he went and TC Taylor won this year. But okay, he did win the division and the conference, and he won the SWAC conference 2 years in a row, where he went 11-1 and 12-1, and then 8-0 in the season. He was 23-2.
But that's the championship to the SWAC, ain't it?
Bro, he did. I'm looking at you. He just won 2. Yes, Deion won 2 Southwestern SWAC championships.
That's the conference. I just specifically said he won conference championships. He didn't win he didn't win the national championship for the HBCUs. It was won this year by they do have a national championship for the HBCU. It was won this year by they've had it for a long time. They've had it at minimum since 1962 because the SWAC Jackson State has won 4 of them.
So what was Grambling winning?
You said what was Grambling winning?
Yeah, Eddie Robinson, the great Eddie Robinson. He was always winning something. What was he always?
He was winning the SWAC. That's the conference, just like the SEC.
I got to get up on my AC. That's
so they have they because remember the SWAC is a conference.
No disrespect to the
yeah, that's why that was one of remember that was something going back where it was the SWAC was considered to be inferior because they considered the SWAC like the WAC and all the other type of stuff. It was a lower conference. But so yes, he's won the SWAC. The SWAC was won by Deion twice in 2021 and 2022, as well as they won the division championship in the SWAC East.
It's not a national championship though.
There is a national championship. It's been.
Bro, listen to me.
I'm looking at it right here.
I'm looking at it too. The Black College Football National Championship is the Black College Football National Championship, also named the HBCU Football Championship, is a national championship honor. It's not called a national championship. It's just called
It's an HBCU national championship.
It is not called national. National is not in it. It's not in it.
Listen, the Black College Football National Championship has been won 4 times by Jackson State. I'm looking at it right here.
Black College Football National, also named the HBCU Football Championship, is a national championship honor. That's since 1920.
Since 1920, yes. And so in state is like I said, I knew Deion didn't win it. That's why that was
really no national championship.
Say what now?
It's not a national championship.
It's not a national championship.
Well, it's a national. It's considered that for the HBCUs because they're considered a lower tier because before they became a division. Before they became Division I,
which is weird, right? So here's my thing.
Just like the NAIA, the NCJCPA.
We know that the quote-unquote African-American black athlete is the thing.
Right.
But why is it that HBCUs are so quote-unquote inferior to the others and they got all black dudes? You feel what I'm saying? They got all black people.
It goes back to what we talk about all the time, like what we was talking about with Idaho State.
About that.
It's like I'm not Idaho State, Boise State. You might have a couple of players that can play, right? But they weren't people that was looked at on a higher scale. So you get because when you look at it, think about it, right? You
I'm
have
just saying,
players
in leagues that's 60 to 70% black.
you said you got to think like let's take for instance like look at USC, Oklahoma, Texas, right? You have some players on there that can go, right? But then you have some players on there that you don't even know who the hell they are. They basically just sit on the bench for 3 or 4 years, get their letters, and then they basically exit stage right, and they're working that so they're taking their college degree and they're doing
I'm
something
willing
with
to
it.
bet the opportunities just aren't there because I'm willing to bet that it's a team out there somewhere with a whole bunch of Jerry Rices on it, a whole bunch of Walter Payton
And
on it. I
think
guarantee
about it,
you,
that's what
it's a team
if
out
you
there
think about it,
somewhere.
that's what Dion did. Like when you look at all the influx now, like is it fair in your opinion, is it fair to say that Dion opened the door for the athlete in these
Shout out Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson, all of them finna do that type
but
of
yeah,
shit.
so you don't think Dion didn't open that door, right? It was already open, you know what I'm saying?
It was
But
open.
Dion
The door for what?
for those those players and stuff to come in to get some notoriety to where
now they got a combine for them.
Yeah,
Now they got
but
Dion
the Randall Cunninghams, the Jerry Rices, all them that went to HBCUs, I already opened those doors.
But I think what Prime did is made it more relevant and more made it a good thing because what he did was he took quite a few players.
Dion exemplified it
with him. You know,
yeah,
I think he just put it
because people like what's his name was already in those ranks before Dion got there.
Now Roger Goodell speaking on it. When you ever heard him speak on it? Is what I'm saying. Like Dion made Roger Goodell speak on it. Like, yeah, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we all about fairness. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't doing that before.
Like I said, it's just Dion exemplified it. That's one thing he could say that he did because Eddie George was already in the coaching ranks in the
Tennessee State.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a HBCU, and he's been there, and he was there long. He was already in the HBCU coaching ranks before Dion got there, but Dion just blew it up. And so think about it, after Dion.
I think Dion got there before Eddie George did.
I thought Dion was before Eddie.
Yeah,
George.
Eddie George came later.
Eddie George came after Dion.
At Tennessee State.
Yeah,
he came after.
Dion may I got to
Jackson State.
Dion was at Jackson State. Eddie George got to Tennessee State. I thought he came after him.
Eddie George was there before him, I can tell you. But then, of course, after that, you had Ed Reed. But of course, we know what happened with Ed Reed in his situation.
Wrong school. Ed try again for another school, but you might not get another chance if you're gonna be dishing on the schools like that. Man. If you're gonna be, talking about what you spent to clean
21. He didn't come in until 21. Dion was there before that.
Dion was what 2020, 2019 or something. He was already there. This dude came. That's what I'm saying. Eddie George was later.
No, they got there at the same time. Dion did 2 years at Jackson State.
Yeah,
21. So they got there at the same time.
But he got there before him. Dion was picked up, and then Eddie George got hired later.
No, Dion got there in September the 21st.
I know Dion got hired first, and then Eddie George. They probably coached their first year's coaching probably was the same. You know what I'm saying?
Dion Sanders, also known as Coach Prime, was hired as the head coach at Jackson State on September the 21st, 2020.
Right. But that takes you into what season? That's coming in the middle of the. Is that coming in at the beginning of the season? That's the beginning of the season, the 2020.
Yeah.
September. That's the beginning of the season.
September. Yeah.
But remember,
he was hired in September. Year. He was hired in September and then moved on after 3 successful seasons before moving on to Colorado. He was there 3
because 2020 was that split season with the
I remember when he came, and then they was like, Dion has opened the door for other NFL players to become HBCU coaches because Eddie George came right after. He came right after. Yeah.
Man, but look, Deshaun Jackson, I never even picked.
Now we got Deshaun, and it's somebody else too. It's Deshaun. It's Deshaun and one other person.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. Yeah, Michael Vick.
But what impressed me about Deshaun was he was like a little mini clown on the field. You know what I'm saying? So for him to have that coaching game, man, that's a whole. That's a whole different ballgame. I didn't picture that for him. I always remember him dropping the ball a couple of times, not crossing the goal line when he should, and you know what I'm saying, doing
Right.
like walking backwards on him, running so fast, he walking backwards on him and stuff. You know, like just clowning the other teams. You know what I'm
His little chest catcher ass, some Cheshire cat ass smile when you see it. Next, you know,
hey, don't hate. He did. Hey, that's just what he do, man. You know, that's what we do out here. We bleed when we bleed that green, baby.
Remind me like an Ocho Cinco.
You do realize John is from California, right?
I don't. Where did he play?
That's where he.
We don't care. Where did he play at?
He bleeds L.A.
No, he don't bleed L.A. He bleeds that green.
Man,
when he rep his team, what he rep? When he rep NFL team, he ain't repping nothing from L.A. He repping them Eagles.
I assure you, he's repping everything from L.A.
on the planet.
Conversations because of his
on the planet that
L.A.
What
he used to do on y'all sideline.
Arrogance precedes itself, right?
Right.
What happened now?
That whole New York and Cali thing, man. Like they perceive it. Like Cali find a way to put themselves in everything. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you talk about. Like it's this arrogance about it, right? And it's this arrogance about the whole New York thing. It's like nothing else exists but Cali and New York a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, how did Cali get into this whole thing with Deshaun Jackson? You know
because he said where he represents. I was like, actually, he represents California. That's where he That's where he represents. He represented California because even remember when
he does not. When he in public, what does he rep?
It's Cali?
Norfolk State.
He reps
Norfolk State now. No, he's Delaware State. Right?
Delaware State. Vic is Norfolk.
Yeah, Norfolk. Because Vic from the
Norfolk. Now he repping Delaware. You're right. He repping Delaware.
Man, when I was in the Navy back in the day, boy, it was like that Newport News area. I was in that area, and all they talked about was Allen Iverson and Michael Vick, man. The Vick brothers, as a matter of fact, because everybody was swearing back then. Everybody was swearing that the younger Vick was going to be better than Mike Vick.
Yeah, Marcus.
Everybody was swearing that.
Well, Marcus was dead. It was just Marcus was in trouble, was in so much trouble all the time.
Marcus. So, everybody thought Marcus was going to be that dude.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into the NFL heavy, because I mean there's plenty to talk about it. I want Notre Dame or Ohio State. Who y'all going with?
Man, I don't even care at this point. Texas, come on, man. That's yours. He in the draft. I'm glad he in the draft. We ain't got to worry about him no more.
I didn't hear the question.
You know,
Texas Notre Dame or Ohio State for Monday.
I don't know.
I'm gonna take the Fighting Irish.
I'm gonna take the state. I'm gonna take the state.
State.
I don't think because the road in which Notre Dame has traveled to get there wasn't as hard as for Ohio State, in my opinion.
I'm just going with the upset, and I'm going with like first time ever. I like to see first move, so first black man to win the national championship.
I mean, in that aspect, yeah. In that aspect, I feel you.
I'm gonna ride with that. I'm giving him a shot. Like, hey, it ain't been done before, so let's see something different.
I can't.
In that aspect, yeah, I would want to see a black coach win.
Yeah,
but
first time ever.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Hey, I'm gonna ride with the underdog though. I've been taking the underdogs with disappointing in this NFL thing.
Would you picking Dallas all season? Yeah, would you picking Dallas all season? Yeah, you have been taking the underdog.
No, 2-4, man. Look. These quarterbacks that y'all
what we not gonna do is put on the quarterbacks. No, we not gonna do is put on the quarterbacks because we chose both of us chose. All three of us got it wrong with the first game. All three of us got it wrong with the first game of the play of the wild.
What did I tell? This is once again. This is once again why I should get paid because I told y'all ass. They said somebody was gonna get upset, and I told y'all that's exactly what happened. Because them did not even show the hell up.
Texans look like they was the better team. The Texans look like they was just, man.
Bruh.
I I was like, hey,
what happened to? Hold on, CC.
Football?
Hold on, CC. What happened to Minnesota? Nigga, where's Eric?
We're gonna get there in a second.
Where's Eric at? Where's Eric? Eric, I know. Why any other time you pop your little butt up on here? Where you at, Eric?
Minnesota season done, Eric.
Minnesota. Before we get that Texas, man.
Yes, we ain't gonna see Eric till next year.
Herbert looked like he was the second-year quarterback.
Bruh.
He looked like he was the second year. I was like, what is he doing?
Bruh.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Bruh, they had that boy so rattled, bro. He was so rattled, he didn't know what to do with himself.
So what? So this is what I realized, right?
He fumbled the ball.
Then he had. Hey, hold on, CC. How do you have more picks in one game than you have all season?
All season.
Bruh.
Yeah, man.
So you know what was a definite in which it just becomes. I think it becomes that just in general when you come down to the season. What was definite is all year long. The Los Angeles Chargers only had one real receiver, and that was Ladd McConkey. And so what it looked like they did is we just gonna let Ladd McConkey cook. The rest of them ain't finna do anything. We can let Ladd McConkey get 150 yards receiving, but he ain't gonna just throw all passes to Ladd McConkey. And what happened? Every time he threw the pass to someone else, it was an interception.
He just couldn't. I was like, man, this dude can't read the field right now. Like, it's the dude right in front of him. Every time it was somebody crossing his face wide open. And then he see the rush and duck it. And I don't even want to talk about this dude that went back to seeing ghosts again, this Sam Darnold. Like, they had, man, but I was just disappointed in Herbert. I thought Herbert was better.
This is what I say, just like I sent you that AI. The reason I sent y'all that AI clip is that's exactly what happened. They locked Justin Jefferson down, and he had no one else to go to.
They locked him down, man.
He had five catches for 50 yards.
If you watch him catch that man with two people on him, if you throw it to him and if you put it there, this dude couldn't throw the ball. Did you see this guy holding the ball and then ducking, turning and looking back, and it's like nobody's there. He was ducking from shadows. Once they started hitting him a few times, Sam Darnold was
from shadows. He said that man was ducking from shadows.
Did you not see him? His feet started shuffling. It's like he holding the ball. My thing is, in all these games that we're talking about, what I didn't see was offensive minds saying, hey, you know what? We're going to shorten it down and run shorter routes. Hey, he getting killed out there. Like, and he's scared. Run shorter routes. Why y'all keep running these long routes where he pauses?
Bro, it was embarrassing.
Right away.
It was embarrassing, bro. I know Justin Jefferson was agitated. I know he was agitated because he had to be. He was agitated because not only was he not throwing the ball, but the times in which he was throwing, he was completely missing. He was missing. He missed Justin Jefferson wide open in the end zone one time. He missed him. He missed him.
Justin Jefferson was targeted 8 times. He was 5. He had 55. He had 5. He actually averaged 11 yards a catch in that time.
That ain't bad,
I mean,
that ain't bad.
Not good.
I mean, that's not bad, but that's not what you want. This dude's All-American. All-Pro.
I just never seen. That's the second time in his.
I mean, think about it. What do you think? Who else do you think is going to do any better?
But then you got to hold on now. But you can't put that all on Justin too, because there's other receivers. He got other people.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say to y'all. The Rams came in with a plan, and their plan worked. They had 1 or 2 people that
let them come in with their plan with us. Let them come in with their plan with us.
They had 1 or 2 people that was locking down Justin Jefferson and taking care of everybody else. Sam Darnold, true enough, he was 25 for 40 for 245 yards, but he only threw 1 interception. Man. But the man was sacked almost 100. Was sacked 9 for 82 yards.
But that's the thing, is that he kept getting sacked. I'm like, man, when your instinct gonna say tuck that ball and run for your life? He never tucked. He just ducked. He never tucked and ran for his life, man. Come on, man. Like, he never just, man, I'm gonna run it. You know what I mean?
They was behind. But
They
you
had
gotta
to
think
do it.
about
Yeah,
it.
when they
But you
got
gotta
behind,
think
they
about
had
it.
to do
That's not what
But
you gotta
all
take
else
into
fails,
consideration,
tuck that
right?
and run it.
Yeah, but that sounds good, and
it.
I'm
and
gonna
in
get
my
hit 9 times, but I
that
ain't Joe
sounds
Burrow.
good.
Get
It
out of here.
sounds good, but the reason it doesn't happen is because he didn't have to do that through the year. That's not what his game plan was. So now
But
do
when
you have
you,
the wherewithal to
hey,
say you
it's
don't win
called
18 games? You don't
wait.
win 18
When
games.
have you had? Yeah, but when have you not? When have you not had to step outside your comfort zone to get something
I
done,
get
man?
that, but
Like
what I'm saying,
this is the playoffs.
what
Everything
we
that you did in the regular season is out the window.
I get it, but what I'm saying is that you have to take in consideration, like he done win 18 games, right? He done played 18 games.
I bet you Brady would have ran it. He would have ran 2-3 yards and slid it down. I bet you Brady would have known the
Brady
point
would
of the
have
line
sit
of
up and
scrimmage.
just
Brady
and
ain't running
sometimes
shit.
he
But
got
then
up the
again,
pocket.
Brady know how to use the
Brady ain't
pocket
running
better.
shit.
But
Brady is
did you
not
hear?
running a damn
But
thing.
did
I
you
mean,
hear? But did you hear Troy Aikman?
he ran 4 times for 19 yards, but I mean,
Did you
Who
hear
but
did?
Troy
it's just
Aikman?
Who
Sam
did?
Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
That
Did
ain't
you hear
nothing.
Troy Aikman?
But
Troy
what I'm
Aikman
so
kept telling y'all.
but
If y'all heard
I'm
the
not.
game, he kept telling y'all about that guy. Like this guy is not comfortable. This guy is not. Like look at him shuffling his feet before the rush even
Yeah,
get there.
because he
Did you
was.
hear?
I mean,
Did you
that's going
hear
to happen
Troy
to
Aikman? He was
anybody. I
scared.
can
He was
rest
mad.
assured, I can rest assured anyone that gets sacked 9 times and been hit and lost 82 yards is going to be that. They're going to be skittish. And so what I'm saying is that when you look at it, that he didn't face he didn't face any of that type of adversity throughout 18 games of the season. It came down to the one time
Yeah,
to
I
where it's
get that. But good scheme by the Rams, though. Good scheme by the
yeah,
Rams.
that's what I'm saying.
They
They
took
planned
they
perfectly
took what
for him.
Detroit did and added on to
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They took what Detroit did the week before or whatever and added on to it, man. And it was like, man, what a masterful thing by the coaching staff for the Rams. And I gotta say this, the Steelers, man. I probably never go for a Mike Tomlin team again. Like next season, I'm not picking them one time. Like
You're picking the
I'm pretty
first
much
game.
done with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm done. Like I'm done believing. Man. Like they didn't show up. The first half, that wasn't even. It's like this is your division rival. You see them twice a year, and y'all ain't up for this game. I'm talking about the players. I'm not talking about the coaching scheme. Throw all that out the window. Y'all ain't up to this challenge. T.J. Watt invisible. Smith invisible.
Come on,
All
but
these dudes
CC,
Porter
you say that
distracted.
because your
All
ass
these
picks
people.
them damn Steelers. I told your
No,
ass
they was
you
invisible.
knew Trey, you know this. Trey, you know this. He knew damn well that goddamn Mike Tomlin and them was not gonna beat them damn Ravens. That
Man,
was
I
not
thought they
gonna
was
happen.
gonna fight, man. And anything could happen if you make the game ugly. Like I'm used to Pittsburgh making the games ugly. They not that no
Nah,
more,
bro.
man. That
Nah,
defense,
bro.
they gave up 300 yards. Then they give up
Hey,
300 yards rushing. 300
bruh.
yards rushing.
And without
Like
Zay Flowers.
300 yards
Without
rushing.
Zay Flowers. Without their key
They gave
receivers.
up
Zay Flowers didn't play.
300
They
yards
did that without
rushing.
Zay.
The
So
Pittsburgh
imagine if
Steelers
Zay would have
gave
played.
up 300
Imagine if
yards
Zay would have
rushing.
played.
Man, what an embarrassment to the Steel Curtains, all I'm saying. Y'all gave up 300 yards rushing. This dude look like, hey, at times, it look like Lamar Jackson be
Bruh.
playing with people out there. Man, he be
Bro,
playing with people.
we said this the other day, bro. We said this the other day. Nobody wants to tackle Derrick Henry downhill, bro. Nobody wants to tackle that boy downhill.
Pittsburgh did not want to.
Not.
Man, they let him
They
run
do
right up the
not.
middle.
Nobody wants to do that, bro.
Nobody nowadays want to do that. Derrick
Oh,
Henry
yeah.
was
Oh, back in the day, he just got dealt with.
Man, where's
Back
Matt
in the day, he
Vinatieri?
got
Where's
dealt
the
with.
Ronnie Lutz? Where's
Yeah.
it? You know what I'm
The
saying?
Ray Lewises. Back in the days, he got dealt with. Oh,
So it
yeah.
wouldn't
Back in
even
the day,
be
he
that, like
got
you
dealt with.
said, it's like the Ronnie Lotts, Charles Woods, like people come that got that thigh out that's going big. The Whitner and
The
stuff like
Lawrence
that.
Taylors. The
Yeah,
Lawrence
like
Taylors,
so
all
the
the
Minka
linebackers,
Oh,
Fitzpatrick.
yeah, he
you
got
know,
dealt with.
the
I was trying to
linebackers ain't
look
no
at
problem. The
Fitzpatrick, but
linebackers
I
ain't
was
got
like,
it. It's the DBs it's the DBs now that are scared to hit him. It was back
Oh, yeah.
then.
But you got it.
Back
But come
then,
on,
yeah.
bro. But you got to say this too, though. The DBs now are not the size of the DBs back then.
yeah, that's true.
We got smaller DBs now.
They're kind of smaller. And
Yeah,
you
we
know,
got smaller DB. We didn't have the Ronnie Lotts. We didn't have the Troy Polamalu.
got to put on
We
more
didn't have
pads.
the Brian Dawkins. We didn't have all them type of fucking safeties back there that was ready to headhunt anybody. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got them now. We got them all a smaller.
I bet you John Lynch.
Yo,
John Lynch sitting and saying,
Hey, John Lynch. We didn't have those. Yeah, we didn't have
Pro
them.
Bowl, laughing at that. That's Pro Bowl. You know, like
Yeah,
dude.
we didn't have that. when you got a running back, when you got a running back dribbling DBs, that's a problem. He literally dribbled a DB. He dribbled him off the ground like a basketball. He dribbled a DB.
You guys, was it Philly? It was Philly, right? Goddard
did the same thing.
How you stiff on my man? How you stiff on my man?
3 times. 3 times. Didn't I tell you stop touching me? Didn't I tell you get your hands off me? Get your hands off me.
Did you see that young man's teammate talking to him on the sideline? Like, dog, at any time you could have hit him low. At any time you could have went low, bro.
Anytime. Grab that ankle. Bro, that's the thing about them big cats. You get them by their ankles. They weakest spot is their ankles. Them big cats built for their ankles.
All they need is a toe on the white line out of bounds, dog. What are we doing? You let them stiff arm you that many times?
All the way down the field. All the way down the field, bro. They've been talking about that all week.
But that's ridiculous right there. That's one of the highlights you'll never forget.
But again, it's a DB. DBs ain't big like they used to be. They ain't them headhunters like they used to be.
So you can't jump on their back or nothing.
You ain't got. I mean, the size doesn't mean anything in my opinion. Like size helps. It doesn't mean anything. It's hard. Like if you sit up and stick your head in there enough times, they're gonna start to feel you. Like I done seen a female knock out a big dude. I'm very sure the size wasn't.
It wasn't about how. It wasn't because of how big. It wasn't the lack of how big she was. It was the fact on where she hit it.
Exactly. So I'm saying. So that's the point I'm trying to make is that it makes a difference. Like you need to have the heart to sit up and even want to be in there. And that's where I think it's lacking. Like the heart is lacking. Just like we sit up and talk about everyone's in the blow up phase, but no one tackles. Then that's what get caught off. So it's like when you see it, when this type of stuff, when you see it, like the fact of people not wanting to stay, and they said it and they talked about it. No one got in the hole. They sit up and ran the play to where they took the linebacker out the hole to where all was left was a DB. And what do the DBs do? Like you just said, let them olay and then try to run it down from behind and jump on their back. Derrick Henry is not the easiest person to run down from behind. He gets a full head of speed. Your best bet is to get in front of him and, like you say, hit him low, take the legs or stop the legs from churning, and then or at least be the first person.
And once he already full speed, you in trouble.
Yeah,
downhill. Once he downhill, it's a wrap, bro.
Somebody got to play. Someone has to be the guinea pig, and that's
why. Bro.
What happened to the game tackling? They don't game tackle no more.
I was about to say the same thing.
Like, whatever happened to everybody get to the ball? You know what I'm saying? They don't game tackle no more.
Cam Chancellor blow him. Cam Chancellor blow Derrick Henry up.
Yeah, I think Cam Chancellor could have.
Because I seen him hit Adrian Peterson like, ooh, man. Boy. But that was a playoff game, Seattle versus Minnesota back, a few years ago.
Cam Chancellor, I was at the game with Cam Chancellor, Vernon Davis ribs.
Yeah, Cam Chancellor would have definitely. Yeah, damn, Cam Chancellor would. It's a few DBs out there that would have.
Eric Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Thomas would have topped. Yeah, Eric Thomas would have popped him. Brian Jalkins.
Who talk a lot of noise? Do y'all think Ryan Clark could mess with Derrick Henry? Because I heard him talking like I think he was on his.
So you heard the same thing I heard.
Ryan Clark was like
Ryan Clark said I saw that they was on that little podcast where Ryan Clark said if Derrick Henry was in the hole, Derrick Henry going down, and all of them was like,
sound like pray to me.
RC.
Oh, if
yeah. Everybody was like RC. Come on, RC.
Yeah, come on, man.
RC, come on, RC.
And Ryan Clark can hit though, man. He can hit.
Yeah, he'll hit him.
Yeah, again, that's like I said. That's all it takes is the heart to sit up and be in there. That's the first thing.
You gotta want to get broke up if you're a DB now.
Exactly. That's what it is. You gotta sit up and work out. Just like how
when it's all said and done, though, it's about timing. It's about timing. If you can get in that hole, Ryan Clark probably could make it happen. If you can get in that hole before Derrick Henry get into a burst of speed, if you can catch Derrick Henry before he gets to top speed, you can knock anybody you can get before they get to top speed. You can get them on the ground. If you catch them in a cut. Or catch them before they get downhill, you guaranteed to stop.
But why is these linebackers ducking the A and B gap these days, man? I know that's your assignment, but why you ain't there? I know the game ain't changed that much. You know,
That part.
Sean Taylor was.
Like,
Taylor was.
why is the
But Sean
safety
Taylor
the
was
first
built
person
like
to
a
get there?
linebacker.
Why is the safety the first person to get there?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you know, the safety the first person because usually they're the person that doesn't have an assignment. They see it unfolding first and foremost.
But he had to get past the line and the linebacker before he got to the safety.
Before he got to the secondary, he got to get that. They're like, what are you linebackers at? Why y'all ain't in the gap?
The scheme. That's what I'm saying. The scheme. It was a scheme set up. The linebacker was occupied, and that's how he got into the hole. The linebacker was occupied, and then by that time he's already downhill and he's in the secondary. But because there was no one else because even the one corner that should have got him already done moved to the side and thought he was gonna run him down from behind. And at this point, he's out of there. It's a wrap.
Brian Urlacher. Hey, tell that to him.
Brian is one.
Brian
Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly.
Hey, hold on. But we all remember because all three of us in the same age group. We all remember what Bo Jackson did to Brian Bosworth.
Oh, that was But that was
everybody knows what Bo Jackson did.
That's short distance.
It don't matter. It don't matter. He ran over a linebacker in the hole at the line.
And they built that up like the Bostonville stop Bo.
So we talking about it, but we know how big Brian was, and we know how big Bo was.
Hey, Brian would have won if they didn't need like a yard or two to go. Like if it was
that's what I'm saying. It was short distance. It was Brian. Bo had a 7-yard. Brian Bosworth was standing flat-footed. It took 2 steps, and Bo had a 7-yard advantage because he ran the ball from the backfield. It's completely different on short yardage.
Yeah, I think. But I don't know, man. Like they got to do something different. I didn't like the Rams. I didn't like that. Everybody talks about it, but I didn't like that. Whatever they call that incomplete pass that I thought would have been a fumble, and then
that was a fumble. That was a fumble.
I think that hurt Minnesota's defense right there because they could have made some momentum to swing the game, and I thought them calling that, and then not even saying that it was what you call that, intentional grounding. I mean, come on, man, the ball didn't even go to the line of scrimmage. Like he just threw it to the ground. Like the defense get penalized all kind of ways, man, and it's like that's ridiculous. And they say, oh, you can't review that penalty, but you can review. Helmet to helmet and all that different stuff, but you can't review that call, man. It kind of sucks. It kind of deflated the game. I know Viking fans think that that's the sole reason that they lost, but it's not. But I'm saying that was a pivotal moment in the game that could have helped the Vikings out a little bit, you know? Yeah, man, he just Sam. Look at that. He just pushed him like he was nothing, and that was Minka, right? That was number 39.
Bro,
Trey, that's the heart you talk about. That was
right. That's the heart right there. Thank you, CC. He tried.
Exactly, you see the difference. He tried. It didn't go for a touchdown down the sideline like the one in the second half did because no one tried. So that's what I'm saying. In-state, that's what you got to do. The in-state is to stop him from getting the touchdown. So you don't want to even say, yeah, you might be a victim or you might get put on Sports Center or saying, but in-state you ain't to give up the touchdown.
Rashad Bateman came through on that game, bro. Rashad Bateman. Oh man, Zay was out, but Rashad Bateman stepped up, bro. He stepped up.
I was impressed with him too.
Yeah, he stepped up in that game. I forgot about that. Rashad Bateman had a great game against the Steelers, bro.
I gotta say the Ravens look dominant that first half, especially.
They did, bro.
They only 7 points in the second half, but they look because Pittsburgh decided to play a little bit. I guess the second half was Mike Tomlin, Trey. Because the first half, I guess the second half for the Steelers was Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, I mean they stood up and did they did what they did in other games towards the end of the season. They made the game. They made it a game in the second half, but it was too little, too late. It was only a couple of minutes late.
And Russell Wilson, I'm not mad at Russell Wilson for his effort, but man, I don't know where he's gonna land next year.
I'm about to say, does he stay in Pittsburgh?
That's not up to him.
I'm just saying, period. I know it ain't up to him.
To be honest, if I'm Justin Fields right now, I'm working out somewhere. all season long, man, I'm getting my pass game up. I mean, if that young man, get comfortable in the pocket. I'm working on footwork in the pocket. I'm working on different things. If I'm Justin Fields, man, go take that job. That job is takeable. Like, go take a
That
job.
job is takeable.
The quarterback position.
I
In
think it's harder
Pittsburgh,
to tackle Derek. I think it's harder to tackle Derrick Henry. That question
All right,
or
can
Jerome
you
Bettis.
honestly say,
Jerome
Trey,
Bettis
that
was low to the ground.
can you honestly say Trey Russell's performance this season wasn't good enough to keep a starting position?
what'd you say now?
I say, can you? Is it safe to say, and this is you for you too, CC? Can you say safely that Russell Wilson's performance wasn't good enough to keep the starting position?
So in my opinion, compared to what Justin Fields did, he was good enough to hold Justin Fields off, and so that's right now.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
But think about it.
But you can't say that because Justin Fields didn't play an entire season. He could have got better as the season went.
But so listen, the question that you ask, I mean, that's who he's competing against. That's currently that. I mean, they're both free agents. But when you look at it, they competed at the beginning of the season because Justin Fields and Wilson was both there
at the same time.
And Wilson won that job, but he wasn't able to go because he was injured. And then Justin Fields got 5 games, and those 5 games in which Justin Fields got wasn't enough to hold Russell Wilson off when he got there. And we got to take in consideration, Russell didn't look great the whole time. He looked good enough to sit up and do it, but it was like I said, he was good enough to hold Justin Fields off. So coming off later in the season, what we're going to, come next year is now the difference is they have to pay. They have to pay them both because both of them are on there are off that those gimme deals because Denver paid Russell Wilson last year, and then Justin Fields is still on his rookie contract. Now Russell isn't being paid by Denver anymore, and now Justin Fields is no longer on the rookie contract, so they have to pay those players now. That's going to be really determined what it is. It's going to be a matter of who do you think is going to give me more. Do I keep Russell Wilson and bring in another quarterback? Russell can maybe be a bridge quarterback or be a mentor to him, or do I keep Justin Fields and see if he can compete with the best whoever else that we can potentially bring in? And maybe that works out. You got to think. You got an opportunity. You got other people that's out there that's probably going to be up. You have Aaron Rodgers, who's about to be, could potentially be a free agent.
I think he's done.
You got Kirk Cousins that could be traded for. You know how Kirk Cousins.
But you know who the big name is right now?
Sam Darnold. But do you know the expectations that Sam Darnold is going to go to Las Vegas?
I think he should.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna give him opportunity to. I don't think so. I think Las Vegas rather take their chances on the draft pick.
So in-state is. I think Las Vegas is gonna go get a draft pick as well because I think Sam is just going to be a bridge quarterback. But this is the thing, right? In which for me, when I look at it all together, of course, for any of these quarterbacks, right, is basically the personnel. That's where it's at. It's in personnel. It's fool's gold to expect Sam Darnold to go to Las Vegas and do what he did in Minnesota for the most part, when Minnesota doesn't have the same type of personnel that Las Vegas doesn't have the same type of personnel in which Minnesota has.
They still got a receiver. They got a number 1 receiver.
No, they have.
Oh no,
he's got a tight end.
That's right. He went to
Jacoby Myers is all right, but he's no Justin Jefferson. He's no Devontae Adams.
He's no Nico Collins.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. So when you look at this and the whole thing going forth is none of these players aren't going to have the same type of personnel. So it would be foolish to sit up and expect Sam Darnold because in-state Sam Darnold has been a quarterback for 6 years.
Got a good place for Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, New Orleans Saints. He should have did it a couple of years ago. I think that's his best bet. You got receivers down there. You got a healthy Olave, New Orleans Saints. I think that's a good place for Russell Wilson to land. Go down there and take that job. Go down there and then you could probably you did wonders for your career this year. But losing the last 6 games of the season or whatever it is, 5, 6 games in a row of the season, that's not just on you, that's on Tomlin too. But at the same time, take your game to the Saints where it's nothing but up. You got nothing but a ceiling. You
They
know,
not,
they already
I
on
don't
the
see
floor.
them
They
doing
already
that
on the
because
bottom level.
they have to sit up and take in consideration what they're gonna do with Derek Carr. Like Derek Carr's still there.
Man, they've ate money before, so eat that money on Carr and bring in Russell
Oh,
Wilson.
so New Orleans can't eat any money. New Orleans is in the whole negative $78 million. They can't eat
but
anything.
then think, you got receivers and stuff down there. Carr is not the guy. You gotta move away from Carr. Like he too
They
injured.
probably
You
Carr
know,
may not be the guy with the personnel that he has, but they have a new regime coming in. So at
but why is
minimum,
he not? Let me ask you, why is he not the guy with that talent? Like even this is second year. Last year he did nothing with him. That same
so
squad he did nothing with.
so in my
Olave and
opinion,
all them dudes he did nothing.
so in my opinion, with Carr, he came in, they was making the push, and then he had a whole year to reset, but he was injured the majority of the year. So now what you have is, and then you got to take in consideration he lost. He lost a lot. I mean, Olave was out at some point in the season.
But
He
that was
lost.
this season, not
Yeah, this
last
season.
season.
Yeah, he
Not
didn't play
last
the whole.
season.
He didn't play all the last season either. He was injured both
Whose fault is
seasons.
that? That's my point. My point is the guy from what you're getting from him and his injury, it's just not enough. It's not sustainable to say that we paying you this money to be five and whatever. What are we paying you for? No. Like bring Russell Wilson in, you at least gonna win 9 games, 8 games, 9 games. You gonna win more games.
So, like I said, I'm just looking at it from the point of you can't say that he's not producing anything if he's not on the field. Like he can't do anything. We don't know what that looks like yet. We know what happened. We know Rashid Shaheed came out of nowhere, and that was when Derek Carr was throwing in the ball, and they was up. And then Shaheed goes down. Derek Carr ends up getting injured, and then they start bottoming out. So when you look at that type of stuff, I don't think bringing him in and yet bringing Russell Wilson in is going to be the solve all. I think what you look at it now, if it goes in, let's say, because they keep on thinking Eric Glenn's going to be the person to get that job, and he brings in his people. Do they have a different look, or are they going to make it work? I don't know. It's just I thought New Orleans was going to challenge for that division, and it ended up being
I knew they wasn't. What receiver he talking about?
What'd you say, Bishop?
What made you think that New Orleans was going to challenge in that division? Carr?
For exactly what CC was just saying. They got players.
They got players, but I didn't like Carr on that team at all.
But they had Carr who hadn't proven anything. And then they got Rattler as the backup.
But who's to say that? But Carr they was in there for a second. Carr, they in the first 5 games of the year, they was what, 3-2.
So 3-2, that's barely over 500.
And then they started losing their players. Olave was out because he had the concussions. He suffered with 2 or 3 concussions this year.
Talking about Olave.
Shaheed.
We talking about Olave.
No, I'm actually talking about Shaheed. Shaheed was a better receiver. Shaheed was leading the NFL in yards, in the yards and touchdowns in those first 5 games. And then he went down. And then when he went down, so it was that consistency. So both when they lost Shaheed, then Olave went out, and then Carr went out, and then they started being without Carr. I think Alvin Kamara sat without some games. So it's just like a lot of the other teams across the NFL when they players with those core players start going down. If they ain't got no one next man up, it just starts falling apart.
So before we get into our picks, I wanted to ask y'all this about the games that we saw so far. Like, isn't it a huge difference? Like, what do y'all think? Isn't it a huge difference between what the NFL puts on and the college, what college brought so far? Like, college got a long way to go with the playoff thing, don't they? Don't they? After you see what the NFL does, right? Like,
go ahead, Trey.
No, I was about to ask him. So, I think for college, what it is Do y'all think they need to extend the college game for more teams, or is 12 good?
No, I think
I
12
think
is good.
yeah, I think 12 is good. I just think they gotta somehow condense it and make
Oh,
give people
you
more
talking
to
about
watch.
making the play? You talking about instead of the time
Every
of
like everybody tuned in. Like the viewer numbers are ridiculous for the NFL this season. Like it's just ridiculous. Like even in blowout games, the viewership is ridiculous compared to these other sports right now. Even competing sports like college football used to be a major thing. The bowl games normally bring in a big attraction, but this year it ain't been that because of this playoff thing where they stretching it out way too long. It's like, man,
well,
y'all got to jump right
you gotta
into it.
think they have to but you have to stretch it out because of the with the logistics and all that type of stuff. So you got to think with the CFP initially that was only 4 teams. You don't even have to play 4 games, 3 games over the course of that time frame. So they didn't stretch it out like that. Now you got 12 teams and what you have to plan for. And so they're going to have to stretch it out to give them some opportunity and some time, as well as
Oh,
when you start the
stop
media
trying to
rights.
come. I'm gonna put it out there. Stop trying to conform to these whack ass bowls that nobody care about no more. Nobody cares if it's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Nobody cares if it's Kraft mayonnaise. Nobody cares about who representing the
It's
Sugar Bowl.
it's a
Nobody
business.
cares,
It's a
right?
business.
I'm saying if you want to get in on this NFL ticket right now, speed your thing up. No 3 weeks off when the season is over to wait for you for some cheesy bowl game to have a name on it. It's the playoffs. We know what it is now. It's the college playoffs. So get rid of the bowl name. Tell them we starting earlier. Forget those contracts. I think that they didn't do this well. They didn't plan
Media,
business wise well. They didn't
media
plan
is
business wise well.
business.
And
It's
it's
business.
not
The
media.
media. Yeah.
You didn't plan well. You should have said, hey, you know what? We're going to have a Kraft mayonnaise bowl the week after the season is over. We're going to move all this up. See, you should be prepared to jump in those slots. When nothing was in
But
those
so
slots,
that's
the
what I'm saying.
NFL is down.
That's what I'm saying. It's the
The
media because
NBA is down.
it's the media rights because you have to sit up and they have to make it work between those games.
All these
So
games on
you got
ESPN, Trey. They
NFL
on one channel.
you got NFL
They on
games going.
ESPN,
You got
TNT. They on
NFL
three
games
channels.
going. You got NFL games going. You got the NFL playoffs that starts going. You have the college bowl games throughout the season. So they trying to
No,
stay with it. They
college
trying to
is
stay
trade.
traditional.
College,
They trying to stay
college
traditional because
games.
college goes from basically college. The bowl games go from beginning of December now till February
That's what I'm
till
saying. They
the
end
end
the
of
season
February.
in December. Like by the first week of December, college is over. The games are over. So why are we waiting until January for you to play these games? Move it up. Why are we waiting until Christmas? It's like, your season is over the first.
because
Look,
the
right,
because the
right.
NFL game because the NFL games are going on and because so they have to
But
make
it's not the playoffs yet. Is what I'm saying. It's not the
but
playoffs.
it's not the playoffs yet, but what I'm saying is the games are still going on. So there has to be time slots. And so these time slots have to be made. That's where the media rights come in to where they're like, okay, and then those, like you said, the games are called these games because that's sponsorship money. So someone has to be able to see the sponsors have to be able to make sure they're paying for their name to be on those bowl games, which in turns means that they're trying to get their ROI or return on interest so they can get viewership so the viewers can see that. So that's the only way you're gonna get that is by where you get these time slots. You ain't gonna get
I
that in
hope they
that
work
time.
that out. I hope they work that out because I like college football and I want to see a better process with this because man, it's now I'm not gonna even lie to you. It's not nothing to do with who won, who lost, but I'm not even interested in the Notre Dame Ohio State at this point. They playing Monday. It's like, man, y'all should have
Because
been had this game already.
it's Notre Dame and Ohio State.
No, it's not that. It's just that, man. Like man, y'all done waited so long. Like, can we wait forever for this? It's like y'all started this when and now it's gonna be January 20th. Like, who wants, like, man, why are we waiting so long? Like, come on with it. Like, for real. Like, yeah, I
So
think just speed it
it's
up.
about the powerful dollar.
It is about that now. I will say that.
And 2-4 this week. I'm so disappointed with myself. Like, man, I picked,
I mean, you know what I was about to say.
Hey,
You know, I
hey,
was about to
at least
say.
I own
I
it.
was about to say
At least
it
I
happens.
own it.
I was about to say it happens to the best of us, but I was like, no, it don't. No, it don't.
No, it don't. No, it don't. No, the hell it don't. No, the hell it don't.
Because it ain't but 4 games to pick now. We finna see what's up.
That's right. Let's get it.
I mean, yeah, because me and Bishop can go 4-4, and you go 4-0. That puts you back in the game.
That's what I'm saying.
But that ain't gonna happen. I ain't going 0-4. That's not gonna happen. No, that's
like
I don't know.
You might have to do like you do during the season and be like, and take some hard chances. Like go basically at this point, you got to go.
You have to do. You did.
It was. I commend you on the calculated.
Minnesota, the worst 14-win team ever. Yeah, I said it. The worst 14.
And you got CC. The thing is, you got all right to say that because ain't no way in hell a 14-win team should be bounced out in the wild card. No way.
Wild card round.
In the wild card round, no way.
By a team that scraped their fault and
no way.
The Rams went through to get there. Come on, man.
No way, bro. No way. I'm with you, CC.
So division rounds, like you said, of course, CC took a little tumble, going 2-4 out of 6 games on the first in the wild card. Myself and Bishop 4-2, and basically because we chose Minnesota and Los Angeles Chargers at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the week. So now we got tomorrow 2 games. Of course, first off, the 3:30 p.m. game is going to put the Houston Texans against the Kansas City Chiefs. Gentlemen, the conversation has been that the Houston Texans are probably going to upset the Kansas City Chiefs. 25-degree weather. I don't know.
The boys riding the high. Them boys, CC, them boys riding the high. Them boys riding the high.
But the line was at 8.5 the other day. I don't know if it's changed or if that's still the line, but that was ridiculous. The Chiefs.
It's still a line. It's still 8.5.
Man, they disrespecting the hell out of Houston. Yeah, they disrespecting the hell out of Houston.
They showed like 8.5.
You know what? They're gonna be playing in the same weather that we're gonna be practicing in tomorrow morning. This is 25-degree weather.
And I've been in that for the last 2 weeks. They had warmed up to 40, like first time. Other than that, I've been in the team.
Week 16, they defeated Houston 27-19. Who y'all got?
That's what I was saying. Is that why they said 8 points right there? Is that right there?
Yeah, that's them same 8 points. Well, yeah, that's them same 8 points. Yeah, that's them same 8 points. I'm taking Houston. I'm taking the upset. Houston's been here before. Houston's been here. They got bounced out last year by Baltimore. In Houston, I'm taking Houston for the upset. I got them blue and that navy blue and red and white, bro. I think Houston does it. They upset Kansas City tomorrow. I said it first.
I commend you,
Joe Mixon, if he has a game he just had, Joe Mixon, that man right there, if he has a game like he just had, he gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right, bro.
I'm going with Mahomes. I'm going with Mahomes.
He said, I'm going with Mahomes.
I'm going with Mahomes. Yeah, I'm going with Mahomes. Sorry, Houston. 2 weeks in a row, I'm going with Mahomes. I think Mahomes gonna get it done.
Give me them motherfucking Texans, baby. I'm going with the Texans. Trey, who you going with? Come on, let's go. Where you at? Where you at? Let's go. Where you at? We done made our picks. Where you at?
You know what? Coming in this, I was thinking Kansas City. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking Kansas City coming to this. But now that with CC going against Houston, yet another week again, I am not about to tether. You know what? I just think it's maybe everyone's on to something. And maybe I needed this. Everyone was looking ahead to thinking like, okay, only one team's gonna get a chance to knock out Kansas City.
Nico. That's a bad boy right there, Nico.
I'm taking Houston.
Yeah, I like Nico.
Nico Collins, that's a bad boy right there. He said he's taking Houston. All right, we got 2 up. All right, there you go.
All right, now this is where I needed to flip right here. Come on.
The second game.
Come on.
The Washington Commanders travel to Detroit to take on the Lions in the Ford Stadium. Of course, the line is set at 9.5. It's in a dome, so there's no really reason to worry about any of the elements, except for the element of surprise, maybe, depending on what the Detroit Lions can do or what the Washington Commanders can do. We saw Jalen Daniels put up the numbers and do what he needed to do to get them in position. Can he do that again? Do we see this again? Gentlemen, Commanders, Detroit, the Commanders, the Lions, who y'all got?
Do y'all know we got a rookie, a straight up rookie in Jaden Daniels, and a second-year rookie in CJ Stroud in the freaking last part of the playoffs, bro?
The divisional round.
Bruh!
Are you saying that you like to see them in the
man?
Super Bowl?
Hold on, man. Hold on.
You like to see them in the Super Bowl?
Man,
pump your brakes, bro. Pump your brakes. Damn.
I don't know. I got no love for the Commanders.
No love for the Commanders?
I got no love for the Commanders, man. Come on.
And Montgomery's back this week.
My team is in a division. I don't like the Eagles neither. I mean, but it's hard to pick. Like, this game is hard to pick.
Very hard, because Montgomery's back.
Yeah.
He's back this game.
I'm just wondering what, like, Detroit, they had a good defensive scheme against Sam Darnold. I just wonder what they can do with Jaden Daniels, like that defensive prep. I know both teams are going to be all right offensively. Or you expect them to be all right, but man, can they get Jaden Daniels to throw some interceptions? Can they get him to
like
make a mistake?
God dang it, I like him, bro.
I mean, he's good. He's good, like,
So you taking
I told y'all that when he came out of cut, I said y'all better watch. Once again, I said everybody talking about goddamn Caleb Williams. I said y'all better watch that boy Jaden Daniels. I told y'all that from the beginning. I said that was another time I said Jaden Daniels is the one y'all need to watch, because in that championship game that boy balled out. God dang it, bro.
So you taking Detroit, CC?
Yes, I'm going with Detroit in this one. I'm gonna say that Glenn and Ben Johnson and Glenn, they gonna have the perfect scheme to find a way to win that game, whatever situation. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Detroit. Those two dudes gonna get head coaching jobs, by the way. I don't expect them to be back, unless they win the Super Bowl. Let's say we're gonna run it back or something. I don't expect them to be back after this season.
I think then winning the Super Bowl is going to be what's going to send them on their way.
That's normally how it works.
Because at that point, there ain't nothing for them to do but go win it on their own.
Well, I don't know, because I remember, I seen it the other way. Recently we saw it the other way. Philadelphia went to the Super Bowl.
If they running on them like that, if they running on that defense, you see how they running on that. You see how they running on that Chicago. You see how they running on that Washington defense. How all these teams are running on that Washington defense. With Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery back, bro, I think that's gonna be the problem for Washington. I'm taking Detroit.
I was writing it down. I'm taking Detroit too. That's all. It's just as much as I don't want it, but what we gotta take in consideration is we saw Detroit last year, right? They didn't have they weren't potent with that run attack. Hence the reason they allowed San Francisco to walk them down and knock them off. I don't foresee that coming on. I mean, yeah. Or is this the upset? I don't know, but I don't see it happening.
It's gonna be an upset this weekend. It's gonna be one. Somebody gonna get upset. Somebody getting upset. But I don't think this is it. They just show how well teams were running against Washington's defense just now. And I just think with them two, bro. They just gonna do too. I think they're gonna do. I think they're just gonna do too much, man. And I think you got Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery back. That's a lot. That's a two-headed monster that nobody wants to see.
Another game in the elements, 31 degrees.
It's Sunday.
Underdog on Sunday. the Los Angeles Rams will be facing off against the Philadelphia Eagles.
I already know what it is.
2:00. That's 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. The Eagles.
My time.
Opportunity. Yeah, that's the beginning. That's the first game, ain't it?
Yeah.
That the Eagles have an opportunity to play their way into the division, to the division. I mean, the conference championships, and be waiting for whomever is going to be coming out or join whoever's going to be there already from the Sunday game. The Rams have an opportunity to shock and awe and put it in position to where it's like they show that, okay, we're here. Everyone forgot about us, but we're here. The Eagles, the Rams, Bishop.
Don't you even come to me, bro. You know I am not you. I am not you. You know damn well I'm going for them motherfucking Eagles, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go. We going to the Super Bowl, baby. We Super Bowl bound, baby. Let's go. A.J. Brown right there. Look what they did to him last time. You see what they did to him last time?
Is this the game that becomes the upset?
Hell no.
Okay, here it is. Right, I like Saquon, but I like McVay more. I'm going with the Rams. I like the coach better. I think he gonna have a scheme, and I think what they gonna do is they gonna either make Saquon run for a bunch of yards and no touchdowns, or they gonna flip it and they gonna make what's his name throw the ball. Hurts ain't threw the ball 20 times a whole bunch this season. They gonna make him throw it 20, 30 times, and then that's how they gonna win the game because he ain't proven that he can do that.
That's why you be losing all the time. That's why you be losing.
No man,
that's why
I'm taking the Rams.
That's why you be losing all the time. That's why you be losing all the time.
So basically, CC, what you're telling me, if you were trying to sell to me,
he's telling you to jump on that same bandwagon with him. I'm gonna tell you what he's telling you.
If you're trying to sell this to me, basically what you're telling me is that Nick Bay is a better game planner, and he's going to scheme more than Sirianni could come up with to be able, and they're going to be able to scheme just a plan to stop.
The GOAT been saying himself all season long. Now, would you want to, now in a game of this magnitude, would you want to ride with that guy that this guy don't even like? Bishop talk all that noise about, Sirianni, he should have been fired. Now,
I agree.
I think McVay is better. You know, I mean, I'm taking McVay. I mean, that's not so outlandish.
I want you to, he's lobbying for you. He's lobbying for you. He's lobbying for you. Yep, he's lobbying for you. Go on. Go ahead. He's lobbying for you. Go ahead. He's lobbying for you.
They just beat a 14-win team that they weren't supposed to have no chance to beat. So I'm gonna ride with McVay on this one.
Yeah, go. Yeah, come on.
You ain't gotta tell me.
So basically, you're saying like Jaden just came off the concussion, so the Rams might have him seeing ghosts at some point.
I'm saying in the last 2 seasons, this guy has barely played a game where he throws the ball over 20 plus times. Man, they hiding something from you when they don't let your quarterback throw 20 sometimes in a game. They hiding something. That's all I'm saying. Is that the coaches know something that we don't know if they don't let the man throw the ball for 20 times a game. So
that ain't Sam Darnold. That ain't Sam Darnold.
No,
that ain't Sam Darnold.
No. I'm saying, Jalen Hurts. Oh yeah, he gonna tuck it and he gonna run for a few yards. That's gonna, that's cool. We know he gonna do that, but I'm saying they gonna make him throw that thing, and can he throw it? Because we ain't seen it in the last 2 seasons.
I'm riding with the Rams.
Yes, go! That's what I want. I want to be by myself. Let's go. That's what I want. That's what I want.
What we do not realize. What we're not paying attention to. You know what's going on?
That's what I want. That's what I want. Thank you, Trey. Thank you.
The NFL script writers are writing it. All the stuff that's going on in Los Angeles. They missed it. It happened for them to catch the Chargers. They couldn't get the Chargers, but I think the script has been rewritten, and that's where we're going now.
That's what Trey. That's what I want. Hey, and I need. Hey, before we go to the next thing, I need y'all to listen one little thing, man. I need y'all to listen to one little thing, man. One little thing. That's all. Beware of these dogs. Do not approach. Y'all don't want to listen.
What? I'm gonna get some sacks in the game.
Let's get out, boy.
The last game.
Whoa! Whoa!
For the
Boy,
night.
let's go.
The last game for the night.
Get the hell out of Philly. They coming to us. They got to see us.
The last
Let's
game.
go.
The last game for the night. The Ravens and the Bills. The closest game with a 1.5 point spread for the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are going to Buffalo. It's expected to be 18 degrees. Do we see a situation to where the Bills move on to play in the AFC Championship game again, or do we see the Ravens running back? Now, keep in mind, I did say that the Ravens are a better team than they were last year.
Man, this game is hard to.
Go ahead. Yeah, this game is probably the hardest one. Would you? Yeah, I would think
Man,
this is probably the hardest game to pick. This is the hardest game to pick. Ravens.
It's not that hard for me to pick Ravens in this game since they beat the Steelers. But the reason why I'm taking the Ravens in this game is because until McDermott and they never got it done. Josh and McDermott, and I think McDermott, he doesn't game plan well at home. He always plays not to lose a game when you got to play to win the game. So Josh's coaching is gonna hurt him in this game. And you got old Von Miller chasing. Old Von Miller supposed to stop Lamar Jackson. I don't see that happening. I think Lamar Jackson is just too much for them, man. Leg wise, he gonna run the ball all over him.
Bishop, do you see?
No, Trey. What do you see? No,
I already wrote mine down. Mine is already written down. So it's before. I'm going with Baltimore. Like I don't need y'all to make picks to make my pick. I'm confident in my picks.
We don't know you. We don't know you to wrote yours down. We don't know that.
I can guarantee you I wrote mine down.
Now you have. Yeah, we see.
No, I wrote it down. I wrote it down already. That's what I was doing after he said I wrote mine down.
We all know right now. So about this game, we know this is the MVP race right here. This is the MVP game. Right here is everything is on the line with this game right here because these are the two highest MVP candidates in Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. So the winner of this game and the performance done by which either quarterback is going to be our MVP winner for this season. And I believe, with that being said, it's going to be Baltimore. It's going to be the Ravens. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout. This is going to be the game. This is going to be probably one of the games of the weekend. It's going to be a shootout. But I just don't think Josh is going to be able to pull it out. Like CC said, Von Miller chasing Lamar. Boy, stop. Boy, stop. He's not going to. He's not. Von Miller is a great linebacker, and probably a little bit after his time, it might be time for Von go and hang it up. But to try and catch Lamar, 23, 20, well, how long? Lamar, what, 26? Yeah, bro. Look, 25. Bro. Yeah, bro, that's not gonna happen. Lamar, look, this man right here. This man said he was jogging and shit. This man was jogging on his runs.
But I was saying he played with him. He played with him.
Like
there,
this
man.
is not like bro. Yeah, I gotta go
like,
with the Ravens.
I was like, he ain't even faking him. He just chopping his feet and they dive. And I'm like, man, I never seen nothing like it.
I just think Lamar's gonna be too much for him. I don't think he's gonna. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's too much. And then you got look. That's when he was jogging. Like, come on, bro. He said he wasn't even at top speed. And then you got Derrick Henry going downhill. It's too much of a fight. And I think Zay Flowers may be back for this game. And
no,
then
they said he's doubtful. They said he probably won't play this game.
Oh, they said he's doubtful. Well, we just seen what Rashad Bateman did.
We
just seen what Rashad Bateman did. So if he repeat what he did, you got Lamar Derek and Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews doing what they, bro, it's not gonna be pretty.
I think it's likely for me in this game there's gonna be a difference. Number 80, man, for Baltimore. I think he's gonna have a big game. Um, um, and I ain't gonna sleep on Cooper. Amari Cooper might earn his bones in this game, like as a force to be reckoned with the Bills. Maybe the Bills re-sign him after this season or something, or keep him for a while or something. I think he got a chance to help Josh Allen out. It ain't gonna be enough, but I think he's gonna. I think Amari Cooper can have a big game.
So those are our picks, gentlemen. One thing that we forgot to talk about, in which I didn't get to engage y'all on. What did y'all think about the hiring of Vrabel in New England?
Oh, we see that.
Yeah, I've been saying it was gonna happen.
I said that too.
I just don't like the way they did it. I don't like the way they did it. Like you give a guy 1 year. I mean, and you know that these jobs are hard to come by. I mean, I don't think none of that stuff is taken into consideration. I mean, I get it, it's a business and stuff like that, but you have to think about how you hurt the next person's career by cutting stuff so short. Now, you as that person, you do have to play better though, but you was left with nothing, and now they finna give this guy everything that they could have gave you. You know what I'm saying? Now they finna give him everything. In his first year, they finna give Vrabel everything.
Yeah,
they finna open up the pocket. They finna do everything that they wouldn't do for Gerard Mayo. They finna do it for this guy, and that kind of sucks to me. But hey, case around.
Yeah, probably.
You know they are. They go and trying to get the biggest free agents. They go and trying to get all this stuff that they didn't want to do with Gerard Mayo. They're gonna do it now with Vrabel. I mean, and that kind of sucks because you didn't give this guy that same opportunity.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You didn't give him enough to work with and said work with that, and then now he's out, and now you're gonna bring this guy in and watch you start opening up your wallet more and watch things start happening, watch you start being willing to make different moves.
I guess you could say in the defense, like T. Higgins is T. Higgins is someone that's suspected to go possibly to New England, but I mean T. Higgins wasn't available for Coach Mayo to be selected. So I mean,
but DeAndre Hopkins was available. It was big players out there that was available that they could have made trades for. They could have made moves. They could have got rid of some stuff if they was trying to win. I'm just saying, if they wanted a guy to be successful, they would have did some things. We saw Bill Belichick be successful there for years up until coming down to the end where he pretty much wrecked himself. What I'm saying is that you give these guys everything to be successful with, but you ain't give this guy nothing. That's all I'm saying. Like you ain't give him nothing. So yeah, so I don't care if New England is successful or not from here on out. Like for real, like hey,
Bishop,
it's shitty. I mean, I don't like to cuss on the show and stuff, but that's kind of shitty to me that you constantly see this happen and nobody mentions it. It's supposed to just be rolled over. Like it's nothing.
I mean, I guess they do what they do.
They did the same thing to Brian Flores in Miami. We want you to lose, and then they bring in the next guy and say we want you to win. So now we're gonna go get Tyreek Hill. We're gonna go get all this. We're gonna go do all this. We're gonna make all these moves to improve the team. They did that. They just did that with Brian Flores in Miami. I mean, they pick and choose who they want to help, and it kind of sucks that they do that at the expense of a lot of black head coaches. A lot of we saw it with Lovie Smith in Texas. We saw it with different things, man. They do the same thing over and over. It's a repeated process where it's like, and I'm not saying that D'Amico Ryan is black, so I'm not saying that you go get this guy and you did it this way for that reason. I'm saying that you know who you want to be successful and who you don't, which is why Bill Belichick doesn't have a job in the NFL right now, because we don't want you to win no more Super Bowls, Bill, and that's a collective.
If Philly doesn't advance, is Nick Sirianni out?
I'll pray to God he is. If we win, I hope he out. If he win, I hope he out. And that's why I really want to win, because normally once you win a Super Bowl, they get rid of the head coach. So that's why I'm hoping we really win, so they can get rid of his butt. Be honest with you, that's why I'm voting. That's why I'm hoping we win.
I like it though, but that's a crazy reason to win, though.
But I'm just saying that's how it normally play out.
No, that's what I was saying earlier about the last time I seen a team. They took the losing Super Bowl team players, coaches, and one of them is in. They took you guys coaches. One of them is in Indianapolis. The other one is in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
And how is that panning out for those organizations?
Not well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, not well.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Yeah. You know. So I hope this. I'm just hoping that don't happen to Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. I like Steichen though. I like what he got. He got some potential in the Colts. Now the Cardinals is a different ball. I think they gonna have to do something quarterback wise in order for them to be successful. This young man been in the league 6 years and is not prepared. I
Who?
don't understand it. Kyler Murray, 6 years and he's not prepared. I mean, yeah,
I
he's
wouldn't
not
say
prepared.
I wouldn't say he's not prepared. I just feel
He's
like
not
he just
prepared, bro.
don't do that. Don't do
Man, he's
that, bro.
inconsistent. Man, he inconsistent. He's like the Tobias Harris of
Don't do
football
that.
right now. So inconsistent, dude. One game, I'm like, man, this dude playing out of his mind. The next game, he forgets the screen pass was supposed to go to the left. What you looking to the right for?
Don't do
Like,
him
what
like
are you
that, man.
doing? I
Don't do
mean,
him
I'm
like
just
that,
saying, man. It's the truth, man. When you watch the Arizona Cardinals, you see sometimes, man, this guy head not in the game like that, man. And it sucks to say that. I mean, it
Yeah,
does because
it does.
I actually
Because
think I actually think he's real
I had
good.
high
Man,
expectations of Kyler Murray. I ain't
his
gonna lie, I had
ceiling
high
is, but he
expectations.
inconsistent. You know, inconsistent. How you gonna
Yeah,
drop 30 one night and then six the next?
yeah,
Just
yeah, I
saying.
had high expectations. I did. I ain't gonna lie, I had high expectations of that man.
I do. I think he got a good potential, but if he got to focus, man, you got to want it more right now. And I don't think he want it like that. I think he knows that like I think he feel like he probably could have went and played baseball.
Mm,
I
yeah,
think that's what he. No,
yeah.
I
He
mean, I'm
might be.
just looking
He
at it
might be
like,
second guessing that. He might be second guessing that.
and we got to face facts that the things have changed, and maybe it's always been this way, but we was young ones too. But we got to face the facts now that some of these people are just doing this for the paycheck. They're not doing this to win nothing, and they don't really care as long as they decent enough to make a roster and make this money, man. I mean, that's what I'm starting to see from a lot of these young players. I mean, maybe it's always been there. Maybe there's always been an element of the game but it's being more exposed now, more so than anything. That now that you can see everything and everything is like 24-hour coverage. You're starting to see it now. Like
Yeah.
you see a lot of these podcasts of these players, man, current players and stuff. They laughing. It's a joke to they don't care about fans, the teams, the organizations, or nothing. They just care about getting the bread. Winning is not a
That's
priority to a lot of these people. I heard Gilbert Arenas said, and multiple people on his show say the same thing, that winning is nothing compared to the 240 million that they made or this money that they made. So who cares if they got a ring or not, or a jersey in the Raptors or any of that? So
then you playing
only
for
a few people care about that.
yeah, you playing for the wrong reasons then.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like you getting that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, those picks are in. More coaches to be selected. A couple of jobs out there. We'll see how it goes. After tomorrow, will be two more teams closer to a conference championship games. And then after Sunday, we'll know what it is. After Monday, we'll have a new CFP champion in the inaugural 12-game playoff.
All right.
Facts.
Hats off to Ohio State and Notre Dame. No knock against them. They got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
We'll see if there's any changes. I know there's more changes that's trying to come in the NFL as they're going to hit their committee to try to figure out how to make the onside kick a better product.
I don't
And
think
not only that,
you shouldn't have to tell the team.
not only that, they also came out today that they next year there may no longer be a next season, should I say next season, not next year, next season, they may no longer be a chain game. They're going to go with AIs to justify first downs. They're using AI generated.
I'm a fan of the chain. You be this
Yeah,
short.
they about to
Every time I
use
tell
fat.
you this short, oh fuck down.
Yeah, they about to use AI generated. They about to use AI generated technology to try and.
You ain't gonna be this short no more. You ain't gonna be that short. You ain't gonna be no
Nope, they talked about it this morning. Now they will. The chain gang may be used as a backup. They tried it a little bit, I guess they said toward the end of this season, but they're not in full swing of yet. So they're still working on it. This off season, they're gonna be working on it even more. But yeah, they're trying to do away with the chain gang.
You know what they always say, that like the changes that they make are based on all this analysis. Man,
Yeah.
these analysts don't sleep, right? These sports, I mean, the ones that work for the organizations and stuff that come up with all this data, man, they must don't sleep.
Bruh, at all.
So we graciously appreciate y'all tapping in. Maybe next, well, no, it might have to be Friday because the conference championship games are on Sunday, but we have games on Sunday, so we can't do a Sunday. We might be able to do a Saturday morning and get that out the way.
What's that?
Oh no, can't do it Saturday either. So we have to be Friday next week. The show for next week.
Why we can't do it Saturday? Oh, because of practice.
Yeah, practice.
Practice. You know, y'all got practice.
Yeah, we had
good show though, man.
No doubt, man.
But we can hit it off Friday. I'm very sure there'll be some conversation. We'll probably have more coaches that have been put in. We should have Pro Bowl players.
Yeah, but now because after this week, what it'll
draft.
be three new coaches, or no?
It should be coaches? Five, maybe five, 4. I think it was 6 positions. 6 was it 16? 6 vacancies.
Well, Vrabel, New England off the table. So.
Yeah, New England's off the table.
No, but I'm saying whatever coaches lose this weekend, it'll be.
They can be they can visit, they can interview in person and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Do you think McCarthy's going to get the Chicago job?
McCarthy, no.
I don't know.
I think
they interviewed like 15 people.
Yeah, they interviewed a lot.
I think he'll get the job if Ben Johnson turns it down. I think they waiting to interview Ben Johnson. You know what I mean?
I think Ben Johnson is going to go to.
It could be. It could be.
I think Ben is going to Las Vegas.
I mean, he may be, but what I'm saying is I know Chicago want to, because division, he right there. We done played him twice a year. We get to see him, so we want to get him in here and hold a conversation with him. I think that's why they keep kicking the tires on all these other coaches, so they can get Ben Johnson in there and talk to him. But I think if he say no, I think it's gonna be McCarthy.
You'll see. So that'd be of course back Friday next week. With the conference championship, with the latest and greatest in that draft that starts to formulate what teams are looking at. You got the pro days going to be coming up soon. The draft is going to be coming up in April. So it's the season ain't too far ahead, too far back. But at some point we're gonna make the transition to the round ball because there's some stuff going on. A lot going on.
I'm no longer a fan of Jimmy Buckets either.
Jimmy Buckets, man.
Buckets, yeah.
I'm no longer a fan of Jimmy Buckets. What do you mean you gonna show up? You're not gonna show up. What do you mean you're not gonna practice, Mister? I go hard. Now you don't go hard because you don't get your way. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Something to discuss.
We definitely need to talk about.
I was about to say something to discuss. So basically, like y'all said, that's coming up at some point. The players do the players run the league or do the league run the players? We gonna have
the players definitely run this league.
So we'll definitely be getting ready to tap in next week. When we get off the air, Bishop, I gotta tell you something. But
okay.
But we'll definitely be getting ready. Like I said, we'll tap in next Friday, same time, 1800. You might pick it up a little bit. So at 1800, so we can get it in and see where we're at. See what these standards look like. How far off was he? A time will be had. Until then, we greatly appreciate y'all tapping in with us. We look forward to see y'all next Saturday. We'll holler at y'all. Make sure y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Cold front coming through.
That's
Make
right.
sure y'all be easy. If I had the graphic, I'll put it up right now. But if not, just for all my veterans out there, that aren't a part of the organization, you think you'd like to become a part of an organization, the MGLOW organ community, military Greek letter organization, Cyro 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated, will be having an interest meeting tomorrow at 1300 hours, 1 o'clock p.m. for those that no longer have that military mindset, in which you can hear all about organization as we get ready for our upcoming national line Omicron. Talk to it, ask questions, get your why and see. So that time, feel free to go to the Cyro 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated Facebook page, and the link will be posted there. There's a flyer there that tell you if the links out there, the flyer tell you. But again, 1300 tomorrow will be a time for y'all to sit up and listen to the interest meeting. Until then, like you said, we'll holler at y'all. See y'all Friday. Peace. We up out of here.
Okay. Easy.